Welcome back to Dork Points, everybody. This is Ron, and it's another Demo Days episode. That's right, we're talking about all the free-to-play demos that are in the PlayStation Store that I have recently played, starting with Highway Driving, looking a lot like Super Kids Racing, looking super cheap. I mean, if this was a Spy Hunter game, it would be really cool, but this is all it is. You just try to drive as far as you can in the time allotted. That's it. That's the whole game. There you go. Highway Driving. Enjoy. Alright, moving on to Marble Maze demo. Again, a demo. Why do we want a demo for this game? You've seen a million phone games like this that look better than this. Why make it? Okay, I understand why make it. For money, but why demos of it? Why give us a taste of it? Just make it for 9 cents and don't tell us what it is. Oh, Glowface demo. I'm sure this is going to be great. Okay. Now you're Glowface, and you're solving platform puzzles. Yeah. I'm sure by now you are sensing a pattern, and the pattern is just that this game company for some reason put out all these demos for these super cheap 99-cent games all at once within the last month, and I don't understand why. Maybe they're the new random spin. I don't know. It's called The Games. The Games? Thigh Games? Whatever. Oh, Thigh Games presents A Burger in Space. I'm sure this is going to be fun. Let's watch it and enjoy. There you go. The Games. Why are you giving us demos of shit like this? In fact, for the most part, every time I see like a clearly like dollar store game that is in the demo store, it's pointless. I mean, who is it for? You know, never do that. Okay, speaking of cheap games, this is not The Games or The Games, but it's called Trust No One. It's super cheap, it looks cheap, it plays cheap. It's supposed to be like this kind of mystery spy thing, point and click game. But if I'm honest, it's really boring. You look at the note, you figure out the clue, and you move on to the next area, and then you look at the note and you figure out the clue. It's another 99-cent game, and that's all it is. I mean, it looks and plays better than the other games, but it still will never be worth more than $1. Sorry, guys. Alright, moving on to Moonlander. Now, this one is much different because I saw the picture that the PlayStation gives you for Moonlander, and it's a cow landing on a UFO, and it looks really cheap and stupid. And so I never checked out the game, and there was always this free demo. This is an older demo. I mean, this demo's been out for a while, but it's not what it presents itself to be. It's not like a random spin game or anything like that. It's kind of like Planet Alpha, or it's not Metroidvania either, because it's very straightforward. The levels are straightforward. They're not cryptic in any way, but yeah, you're this UFO in this really kind of good-looking world with multiple powers, and you have to figure out how to proceed to the next area. And it's all tricky. It all requires some kind of skill or thought or solution to some degree. So it's not a waste of time. It's not like Doug D or Dog D, but it's... I mean, that's what it is. Alright, moving on to Amplitude. Now, I thought Amplitude was going to be kind of a Wipeout game based on the ship and the look. I thought it was going to be Wipeout, because look at the ship. And then it looks like you're on a track. I did not realize it's a Guitar Hero ripoff. But you use L1, R1, and an R2. It's, I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. I like the music. I like what they're doing here, but I played through this, and what you're watching is the tutorial for the demo. I didn't even actually get to the real demo. I just played the tutorial for the demo, and I was totally bored. And I imagine most people would be, it's okay, it's what it is, you know what it is. Alright, moving on to Trials of Mana. Now, this isn't, again, this is another old demo because there's another Trials of Mana game, I think, recently out, because I went and looked at this game, and there was another Trials of game that was from very recent, but they look like they're made for kids. I don't know what to say about this. It looks like old school PS2 games. There must be, maybe there's an anime or something else. I just don't care. Also, it looks like you're slashing Pikachus. It looks like you're killing Pikachus throughout the game. Yeah, look at that. Alright, let's move on and kill more Pikachus. I don't know. Trials of Mana. Okay. Oh god. Go-Man stuck in a Vichy hell. I thought this was going to be Devil May Cry. Look at that intro, that character there, and then you get these phone calls from this mysterious person. The beginning of the game is actually quite elongated because you're talking to this other person, and it's like your character is looking for actual hell. So then you get to hell, and it really is video game hell. I thought it was going to be Devil May Cry, but the whole shtick of this game is that you have to do 3 perfect moves. And so you have to anticipate the enemy's move ahead of time and hit it with perfect timing. However, the timing... there's no signals for the timing. It just doesn't work. The timing is off in this game or something, or I just suck at this kind of game. I'll admit that. I do suck at this kind of game. But the timing to defend yourself, to block and parry, it seems imperfect, it seems stupid, and then the whole rewind thing is completely distracting and confusing, and it makes you hate every second of this game. I hate it. Move on. Alright. Now, this is not about Dark Deception. I have already talked about Dark Deception in another demo demo days video. But I'm showing you Dark Deception because there is a new game called Super Dark Deception. And what would that be like? Well, we're looking at the original Dark Deception. You saw Boobarella Elvira there introducing us, and then the first level of the game is this Pac-Man-esque kind of jump scare game where you are collecting things, and yeah, and then the gorilla kills you, or the ape, whatever. So now, Super Dark Deception, and that's the reason I brought up this video, is because Super Dark Deception is a new demo in the demo store, and it's the same thing. You saw the lady there looking like Elvira. You've come into the hotel, but it looks like a Super Nintendo game. It is top down. It's pretty cool. Now, the other Dark Deception, it looks like a cheap indie kind of game with very few developers, and it's not that great, but the idea that they took that limited concept and then turned it into a sequel that looks like a legitimate Super Nintendo throwback is just genius. I love this. I love this. I love this. I think I'm going to have to play them both, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Alright, moving on to Eden Genesis. And, okay. Do you like Metroid? Do you understand how Metroid works in the wall crawling? Because I never did, and somehow I played this game and spent 5+ minutes in that area you were just watching, just trying to get up the wall, trying to climb up the wall, trying to get there. It's okay, it's cyberpunky. All the levels are different and interesting. I really do like this game for the most part, but the problem is that you have to get it's almost like a Meat Boy or any of those more simple games. Where as complicated as the levels are and the running and jumping and doing all that stuff, you have to get like 3 stars or more to progress to other further levels. So, yeah. Alright, moving on to sorry, Gory, Cuddly Carnage, and this one is a winner. This one is interesting, at least. Yeah, maybe it's not a winner. It's just interesting. It's different. It's kind of like Tony Hawk meets No More Heroes or something. You're this grubby looking cat, and you have to maneuver through these levels using grinding and jumping to proceed further, and then you come into these like arena type situations where you have to kill cutesy, weird, over-the-top characters like Slicey Corns, which are unicorn things with slicey hands. I don't know. And then you could stomp them to death in a bloody mess, which you're about to see right there. You go. Yeah, interesting. There you go. Gory, what was it called? Gory, cutesy something? It's fun. I like it. Alright, moving on to the final game of the night. It's the Frogun demo. Frogun. I believe this is an older game. This is a remaster or something like that. It's okay. It's mostly top-down. I think this is maybe Super Nintendo or maybe PS1 era. It certainly looks better than the original as far as I can remember. Yeah, it's you know, it's simple. It's what it is. So I like it. I don't love it, but I appreciate it for what it is and what it was at the time. Alright, thank you for watching, everybody. That was all the games I played recently in the demo section of the PS Plus store. Free-to-play demos. Check them out. And I'm going to leave you with the soundtrack to A Burger in Space, which is surprisingly good.